Well, ho-hum.
This is one of those where the heart rate got up. We knew coming in it would be difficult. They had 2 weeks of preparation for us and played them here at homecoming. We knew there was going to be some issues with that as well. They're an outstanding football team. Pete and his guys do a great job. Defensively, they did a nice job of slowing us down. They didn't stop us completely, but they made it hard on us. And we had some mistakes, and they capitalized on it in the second half. In the first half, we kind of had our way, and then in the second half, it was a completely different story. Every time that in the first half we got the first down, we were ending up punting. Kicking game hurt us a couple times with some bad kicks, and we let them fake one on us, which there's no excuse in the world, because that the guys were out there and their whole job was look for the fake. And again, it comes down to you got some young guys, and in the heat of the moment, sometimes it's not as clear as it needs to be. But the thing that I feel is we're a good football team. We found a way to get it done, and there at the end, it was one of those Charleston Southern passes. We're kind of covered. We're throwing it up, and the good Lord blessed us, and we come down with it. So Devin Reed was Mr. Unknown until last week, and he has one last week, then he has this one this week, and he's got my vote for the big play of the game.
You lose your center, Trey Johnson, so you send a redshirt freshman into the fire in Jared Singleton.
Jared came in and did an excellent job. This is only the second year in the program. Last year he didn't play any, and he came out and did a nice job. And I feel that he's going to do nothing but get better. We've got some other guys behind, and we're going to have to step one of them up, and he's got to be ready as well. But it was a tough game. They had a nice plan, and they did some things that made it difficult on us. And all that being said, we were able to come out with a win, and I'm very thankful.
Overlooked in all the back and forth may have been Jamar Reeves punching the ball out of the Jeff Coates' hand at the goal line, forcing the turnover.
The play probably of the game. And the interesting thing is this, that they're in a position to win the game right there. And because Jamar doesn't stop until the whistle, and he plays his brains out, and he was out there and he was emotional and fiery and all that, and the guy just loves to play. And he's one of those guys that he's going to play till the end of the whistle, and because he's that way, he made that play, and that play right there opened the door for us, quite frankly. And so a lot of guys added to the mix to give us an opportunity to win today, and I'm just very thankful.
What did Elon do in the second half to slow down your running game? Because the first half you moved the ball effectively. Well,
I think Coach Lang, he was up there and he said he probably called a bad play here or there, and quite frankly, it came down to some of it was our fault in that we got behind in the sticks. We had a penalty, we had a turnover, we had a situation where maybe one guy doesn't get exactly where he's supposed to be as far as the blocking angle or whatever. They get a guy that penetrates, those kind of things. But when it's all said and done, we came up with enough to win, and that's the key.
All right, Citadel next week.
Yeah. Another challenge. You're in a situation, quite frankly, where you've got a team that has been struggling. But that being said, they've been competitive every game. You're facing pretty much a mirror offense to a certain extent. They've had a lot of work against that offense in the past, where they probably only had a week of work against that offense. So I'm sure they're going to be better. We've got a football team, quite frankly, after that game right there. I'm sure there's a bunch of them that are banged up, beat up, and bruised up. And somehow, we've got to get them back. We've got to get their legs up under them, and we've got to get our mindset ready for the next challenge.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Wofford head coach Mike Ayers on this week's thrilling 28-21 win over the Phoenix here at Elon. Let's hear from some of the Terrier players. Here with Wofford wide receiver Devin Reed, who caught the game-winning pass with 9 seconds to go. Devin, take us through that play.
Oh man, it was a post comeback call. To get out there, get past the corner, to see the safety. Probably should have sat it back down, but I knew it was then or never. So we needed a play. So I just took it deep, and Mitch put it out there, and I was lucky enough to come up with it. So we won.
Tale of two halves. First half, you guys had the momentum. Second half, they came on like a tidal wave. Talk about the emotional swings.
We came out real strong. Probably we might have got a little relaxed coming out second half, but luckily we were able to just hang in there enough to keep it close in the fourth quarter. And we got that ball back. We knew what we had to do, and it was score. And there was probably no stopping that, because once we put our minds to something, we knew we had to get that, and we were going to get it.
Big day for the ground game, but in the end, Wofford only throws it a handful of times, but it seems like it works when you do.
Who would have thought, right? But that's the whole thing about it. We run the ball so much that when we pass, it's usually a big play. And luckily enough, we were able to get one more during that game, and it was a big one. So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Mitch Allen, Wofford quarterback, when you let go of the football, what were you thinking?
Wow, that was an ugly pass. that kid didn't come off too well, but what a play. What a play. Best birthday present I've ever had in my life. So,
talk about the ball game, because in the first half, you had them where you wanted them. Second half, they come out, and they shut you down. Did they make adjustments?
Yeah, they did, and there's a lack of execution in some instances on our part. A few drives we started with penalties, and that makes it tough on you. So they have a great defense. They played tough. They got after us, and we were able to pull it through in the end.
Trey Johnson, your center, goes out with an injury. What is it like on the fly to get used to a new guy snapping the ball?
We get reps with Jared every day. We get reps with all the centers, so that's what's nice about how we conduct things at practice. I've taken just as many snaps this year with Jared as I have with Trey, so he did a great job and stepped in and stepped in big for us.
All right, the Citadel next week. You've had their number the past few years.
Sure. Yeah, they're a great offense and defense. So I think they've got their D coordinator is one of our old coaches. So they'll be geeked up and ready for that one. So looking forward to it.